Hello. Sorry, caught me with my mouth full. How are you? How is everybody? This lovely sunny Friday. Oh, isn't it glorious? Very nice to have you with me. Excuse me. Lots to chat about today. Lots of lovely flowery things. I'm going to be joined by Simon Lysett in just a moment. Hi, Chrissy. Hi, Marie. Hi, Liverbird. Hi, Joanne. Great, great, great. Let me get going with our friends on Facebook. Let's see if they are there. Hello, Facebook. Good morning. Well, good afternoon. So I always say good morning. I think it's because I spend my mornings rushing around, and then by the time I get to, I realise, of course, it's whenever it is, 12:30. Very nice to have you all here. Thank you. Gosh, we've got a great, great lineup for the next half hour, including the lovely Simon Lysett. Don't we just love Simon? So we're going to be talking about flowers, florals, peonies, and just picked these. Aren't they amazing? You can't smell them because they don't smell anyway, so you're not missing the scent, but they just look so beautiful. I just wish that their flowering season was longer because they just seem to kind of come and go, don't they? Oh dear. So, nice comments about my dress. Thank you. So this little number, actually, just before I get going, is from Marks and Spencer's. And I checked it actually just before I went live, and they've reduced the price. It's like less than half what I paid for it. So, yeah, really, if you want to grab a bargain, I put the link. I know Amy can probably do it on Facebook, but there is a link on Linktree. But I rather like it. It's got little covered buttons. Do you see the little detail? I do like details like that, and the sort of pretty floppy sleeve. Anyway, I just thought it would be nice to be in the pink for Floral Friday. Lots and lots to talk about. And I'm just going to start actually with a few messages which have come in. So thank you, Amy, for sending them through to me on my iPad. This one actually is for the team. So it's nice to give a shout out to those guys who help me here behind the scenes, because although I'm here on my own, obviously my team are working remotely from home, and there's a lot that goes on behind the scenes. You know, that's the lovely thing, isn't it, actually, about being online and being digital, is that we can all connect. So there's not just me, but in order to particularly make the website happen and all the stuff that we do on Wellbeing and the magazine, of course, and all of that. So this was a message from Carry On Baking that came in on Instagram, and she says, please can I send a special thank you to Annie at Wellbeing HQ, who's always so helpful to me when I'm placing orders. I've never experienced customer service on this level before. Thank you, Liz, for having such a wonderful team. Well, thank you. You know, I think customer service is important, and it's that kind of that personal touch. And you know, I know we can't always get everything right all of the time, but, you know, the least we can do is always try and make things better. And that's certainly what Annie and the whole team, Betty and Amy and Lou and Polly and everybody, you know, we're not a big team. That's kind of about it, really. But we do try. So thank you very much. This was from Sally, and it came in by email. This is talking about the shot box, which you will have seen me, perhaps if you were with me on Wednesday in my studios when I unpacked the Healthy Juice Company. And that's a collaboration that I did with Earle Wellbeing and the Healthy Juice Company. So take a look if you haven't seen that. And she says, I just wanted to say I'm thrilled with my shot box. I received it yesterday. As I opened it, my smile just got bigger and bigger. Love and passion for our planet was clearly evident in the attention to detail of my parcel. I absolutely love my cinnamon, almond and chia shot. I think that's got to be my favourite too. I love it, so naturally sweet. And I'm looking forward to my golden shot this morning, as well as my other extra little goodies. I applaud you and your work ethic and wish you well with your amazing business. Just to say a massive thank you. Best wishes and fondest thoughts. Thank you very much, Sally. And I know that Rosie, particularly at the Healthy Juice Company, will be thrilled to see that as well. Last one here. This is from Caroline, who says, good morning, wonderful people. Good morning to all of us. My little world is being made easier, and I'm feeling more reassured by listening to the podcasts, particularly the ones on menopause. I'm beginning to feel like not alone with how I feel. I can't thank you enough for this. Absolutely, Caroline, you are not alone. And you're certainly not alone here, because there's the lovely Earle Wellbeing community that you can connect with either on Facebook, on Instagram. Don't forget that all these films also get loaded up to YouTube, and there you'll find tutorials and all sorts. So if you're not already subscribed to YouTube, then it's worth hopping onto there. And if you're like me, I'm beginning to get a little bit more tech savvy with all of this stuff going on. And I now connect my phone or my iPad to the television, so I can watch all the things that I quite enjoy on YouTube, actually on the big screen, which is quite fun. So lots more questions, which I will come back to, but I just wanted to share those lovely comments. And I'm hoping that we might have Simon Lysa in the house to talk some floral fancies for Friday, before I then go on and talk about kombucha and some special things for Father's Day a bit later on. So let us see whether he is with us, and if he is, what he's been doing. Oh, thanks, Amy. I've just seen that you popped a link to all our podcasts. So much. I mean, I've just started re-recording or recording my new series of podcasts, which will come out soon. I recorded a cracking one actually first thing this morning. So no, Simon's not there. Actually, I tell you why he's not there. He's not there because I forget. I was saying that we were going to go live at 12:45 with Simon. So apologies, Simon, for coming to you a little bit early. It just shows that it is live. But that gives me the chance to talk about... excellent, some questions coming in. I'd definitely be in a much worse state if it wasn't for this daily dose of loveliness. So enjoying part of this group of lovely people. Oh, thank you so much. And I do hope that you are finding that too on Facebook. I shall miss these lives when I'm back at school next week. Thank you for helping keep me sane. Well, do you know, you won't be able to see it live, but you will be able to see it on catch up. Obviously, the great thing about Facebook is that it stays up pretty much forever. And just to say, guys, just in case, I'm hoping, fingers crossed, that we'll be all right for connection. You never quite know, do you? But I've chucked my kids off the internet. They do know now that when Mama's home, that 12:30 till 1, that's it. You know, they've got to get off their screens, even if it's work. But you do know, Instagram, that you can hop over to Liz Earle Wellbeing Facebook page just in case a connection dies, and vice versa. It says from Caroline, hi Liz, lovely dress, really enjoying your new magazine, so much to read, thank you very much. So this is just Marks and Spencer's, but I like the detail. I don't know if I can stand up and I can show you a little bit. Oh dear, no, I don't think I can I? But it's belt, and look, it's got pockets. Always love something with a pocket, and really just nice pretty sleeves. And I bought it, I think I paid £55 for it. And when I went to check, so I could pop the link on, because I know you always ask where my things come from, I think it's now down to 24. So a bit of a bargain. Anyway, the link, I'm sure Amy will put it on Facebook, and I popped it on Linktree, as always, for Instagram. Now, that reminded me of something I was going to say. Oh, yes, Caroline, you were talking about reading the magazine. Just a little bit of news here, in case you missed it earlier. So that's the current issue. There was a bit of confusion about the writing on the cover. So at the moment, we do 2 versions. So this is the exclusive subscriber issue. And that just has a little message from me on it. So if you subscribe, then you'll get the subscriber edition. If you manage to pick it up in the shops, and obviously, you know, we've been a bit limited with retail, but a lot of the supermarkets do have it. So if you've been out food shopping, so Waitrose, Marks and Spencer's, some Tesco's and some Sainsbury's do have it. And also some of the smaller independent newsagents, not all of them, but some of them, then you'll find a version that looks a bit like this, but it's covered in writing, in cover lines. And that's because, unfortunately, when you're selling on a shelf in retail, you've got to be a bit more shouty. You know, you've got to really, wow, I'm so great, buy me because I've got this in it and it's all about that. And so we have to compete, you know, with all the other magazines. So that's why the retail version has got, you know, all about competitions and you can win this and you can do that and all the recipes and things. Those of you who subscribe, you know all that. You know that it's lovely inside. And so I can just keep it just much calmer and a bit kind of, just a bit more beautiful, really. A bit classier, I think, just to have it like this. Not to stop you from going and buying it, obviously, if you want to, but it's cheaper to subscribe. And we've got these lovely people now at Warner's who do our subscriptions. So if you want to subscribe, at the moment you can get 30% off, but I do have to say that that offer will have to come to an end. Sadly, all good things. So it is up there for the moment, but I can absolutely genuinely promise you, in all truth, there will never be a better time financially to subscribe than now. If you want to read it digitally online, or perhaps you want it as well on your phone or your iPad, you can get it free at the moment. Okay, so this is wherever you are in the world, and I can see my lovely friend Celia has given me away from Kenya, and everybody, wherever you are, wherever you're watching, then there's this great organisation called Readly. And we've been with Readly for a while, but they've just started doing this promotion, which I thought would be really nice to share, to let everybody know about. Readly is an organisation where you get access to virtually every magazine on the planet. So whether it's about gardening or makeup or food or geography or golf or, whatever it is, literally, you can access it. And not only the current issue, but back issues as well. So it's an absolute goldmine. I mean, if you're somebody who's having to stay indoors at the moment, if you are self-isolating, for example, what an amazing time to go and explore Readly. And the reason I talk about it now is that they've got an offer where you get your month free. You get a month's trial subscription completely free. So you can download whatever you like, read whatever you like. So I've got a link, Amy, that you will do it. Yes, Larry, this is the lip gloss that I was wearing in my makeup demo. Yeah, well done for looking. So yeah, I forget the name. Kaja Weiss, is that his name? Yeah, I've put the link. I'm sure that Amy will. I love all this interaction. I do kind of lose my train of thought sometimes because I'm so something catches my eye. But yeah, so back to Readly. If you subscribe now, it's normally $7.99 a month, which I think actually is pretty good value for all those magazines. Even if you like the gossipy ones like Hello, whatever, you can get all that as well. But for now, they're doing your first month free, and you can cancel after a month. So if you wanted to, you could take out a month, read all the stuff that you want to read up about, particularly at the moment if you're having to spend more time inside. And then you could cancel it, or if you wanted to carry it on. It's up to you. So Liz Earle Wellbeing now is on Readly, and I can show you where you find it. So if you went to the Liz Earle Wellbeing website, for example, and clicked on where you go down to the shop section, and then, that's the book section. Now you need to go to shop section, and then you'd click digital edition. Come on, be a little bit slow. And there you go. Yeah. So then you've got the option. You can either get a single issue there, which is $4.99, so you can see the value, or $7.99 here for Readly. And that not only gives you us, but it gives you loads of others as well. And then you just sign up to that, and that should do, if I'm correct. Here, yeah, it says get 1 month free. Do you see? Sorry, you can't see that on Facebook. So you can do that. So Amy will pop a link, and there's also a link in Linktree for Instagram. But I just mentioned that because it's something that I thought was quite good. And we like good, don't we? We like good value, and we like good. If you want the physical printed copy, I do still have some of these here. And we started this the other day because somebody mentioned it on Instagram. They said they'd love to send somebody just one copy, the current issue, to read with a personal note. So that's what we're doing. So if you go online, you have to go to the Liz Earle Wellbeing website where it says buy the single issue, and you'll see all the back issues. So if you want to collect your set of back issues, that's where you can do it as well. And it gives you an option for this one where you can fill out a little box with your message, and you get a handwritten message, that says whatever you want to say, just thinking of you, sending love, thought this might cheer you up, whatever. And so thank you very much for that suggestion. I was really pleased that we were able to do it. Readly's good. I love flicking through a real magazine as well. I mean, there's no question that I love to have this absolutely in the print. I'm not saying it replaces it at all, but I think it's useful, particularly if you're overseas. It's useful. What I like to do is to have all the magazines also on my iPad or my phone. So if I'm cooking in the kitchen and I'm trying to remember a recipe, or I'm out shopping, or I want to share something with somebody, then I can just flick online and just have a quick look. So I actually have both. Now, we've also got the Liz Earle Wellbeing app. This was something that we started years and years ago. So, and to be honest, we don't really do very much to it apart from just put the current issue on it. So you can also subscribe to that. But if you want the very, very first ever couple of issues that we ever did, you can only get them on the app, because that's how we loaded it back in the early days. That's literally what we did before we turned ourselves into a proper kind of printed magazine. Somebody talking about the beauty company. I don't know anything about the new products, I'm afraid, Caroline. I've had no connection with the beauty company for many, many years. So I'm really sorry I'm not the person to talk to about their beauty products. So where are we? Yes, I have the app on my phone. I'd completely forgotten about it. You have to re-register. Yeah, you might do. If you've had an update on your phone, then you might do. Somebody else has just downloaded the app. Excellent. They are on the app, Maggie, I promise you, because I checked them the other day. So you might need to upload it or update it maybe. One girl and her dog says, always have your magazine in my beach bag on holiday too. Hoping to go to Devon in July. Yeah, I hope so too. Right, then let me see if Simon is here, because I've been whiffling on for long enough. Yeah, Marie, it's nice to have the magazines on the app too, isn't it? I think just have them both and then you're covered. And it's also nice to look back. Oh, my phone is blocked. Come on, I want to talk to Simon. I am trying, Simon, if you're there. You are there, of course you are. So I'm going to waiting for Simon Lysa. This is always a lovely moment.
Hello.
Hey, are you under a tree?
I am. I'm actually under a tree, a beautiful lime tree in the shade, because I've been down to Hampshire to West End Flower Farm collecting some flowers, and I've just been and delivered my arrangement to a friend who wanted an anniversary gift. And guess what it was filled with, Liz?
It wasn't.
Peonies.
Aren't they? Look, I picked these to show you. I literally just picked those just like 5 minutes ago, 10 minutes ago.
Oh, Liz.
I know. I didn't pick this one. This pink one came from a florist. Yes. This is the one I think that most florists are having at the moment, aren't they? I don't know what this one's called, but it's rather beautiful.
It's that classic peony, Sarah Bernhard, which everybody adores. And isn't it just, aren't they just an incredible flower?
I mean, they are things of art. You could just buy one peony and put it in a beautiful bud vase, couldn't you? And just sit and look at it and admire it as those petals unfold.
And I think it absolutely shows how incredible nature is, because you think that flower, which probably arguably fills the palm of your hand quite generously, that comes from a bud that's really the size of a drumstick.
Well, I've got here, I'm not sure what variety these are, I'm afraid, but this is my white one. And yeah, I mean, that's the flower. Amazing. Like a big froth ball, isn't it? And that came from this. You know, it started out as this little teeny bud that looks like nothing. And then it goes into that.
That is incredible, isn't it? Nature is amazing. And they're such a great flower. If I don't grow them because I only can't garden in containers, and so I don't really have the space for them. But if you can grow a few peonies, they are described, the RHS always called them gardening aristocracy, because they're quite a sort of grand dame. They take a while to settle in and get established, but once they are established, they sort of look after themselves pretty much, don't they?
They're kind of the Maggie Smith of the plant world.
They are. And although the flowers are relatively short lasted, they still are. If you've got 6 flowers, cut one and enjoy it indoors. And then the other thing is that by September, the foliage turns the most wonderful autumn colour. So they actually have a double whammy, and the foliage is beautiful to use in flower arrangements through the year.
Yeah. How can we get our plants or our flowers to last longer in the vase?
A lot of it is about when you're cutting. So if you're gathering from the garden, especially with the weather being quite warm at the moment, go out early. Go out first thing. If you can, take a bucket of water with you, cut the flowers and literally cut from the plant and put them straight into the bucket of water.
Right.
Give everything a really good drink of water. If it's got a soft stem, if it's any of the soft young foliage, such as all this lovely lime green lime foliage around me now, when you cut that, split the stem, pop it into a bucket into which you've poured this much boiling water.
Okay, that much.
Boiling water, so a kettle full of boiling water into the bottom of the bucket, pop your cut foliage in, leave it for the count.
Into the boiling water?
Ends into the boiling water.
So you're like scalding them?
You're scalding them, and it expels the bubbles, the airlocks out that would cause them to flop over. So then you top it up with cold water, and if you can, leave it for a day or a night, overnight in water, and then arrange them. And that's what we florists call conditioning. And that will mean that your flowers have had a really good drink in optimum conditions, and then they're happier once you arrange them, ideally into another vase of fresh water.
Great. So cut them off, split the stem, little bit of boiling water to scald the edges, then top up with cold water and leave them overnight, and then arrange.
Yes.
How fantastic. And do you put anything in the vase, in the water in the vase?
The thing that keeps flowers fresher more than anything is cleanliness. So if you keep your vases and your buckets scrupulously clean, so a bit of bleachy water from time to time, or pop your vases through the dishwasher. But to be honest, occasionally I might pop a little bit of bleach in the water, a tiniest speck if it's something, but on the whole, I think fresh water, changing the water regularly, trimming foliage so it doesn't become soupy, all of that keeps your flowers fresher longer.
How fantastic. And how long are we going to be able to enjoy peonies for, do you think?
Well, peonies are going to be around from now until pretty much mid-end of June, depending on how warm the weather gets. British peony farms are just starting to have gorgeous things.
Can you imagine having a peony farm?
Can you imagine?
Walking through a peony farm, that would just be the dream.
Wouldn't it just? So you can have peonies. British peonies will be around for a month or so, and then there will be other imported peonies that come in from Holland for another month or so, and then they start to slightly diminish. And in the same way as strawberries on Christmas Day are clever, they're not particularly beautiful. And I would say you need a peony in season, but you can dry the flower as well.
So if you
wish. Yeah, you can dry them by hanging them upside down and air drying them.
I might do that.
You need to be careful. They're susceptible to moth, so do be careful. But they will dry, so you need the flower to be open. Your lovely Sarah Bernhardt that you showed me, the pink one, is perfect to dry.
Oh, interesting. So I would pick that and dry it straight away. So I wouldn't arrange it. I'd just pick it for drying specifically.
I would be a little bit cheeky and I would try and get a couple of days of enjoyment from it, and then I would hang it upside down in the airing cupboard or somewhere hot, dry, but not in sunlight.
Not in sunlight.
No, so not in bright sunlight, but then do just be careful. They are a beautiful dried peony. One or two people are saying they have a strange smell. They have a funny, slightly sort of organic smell. I don't dislike the smell of them dried, but you must be careful. They can get a moth infestation. So just do check them. If you arrange them in lavender, dried lavender is quite good because that will counteract the moth.
Lovely. Yeah, you could spritz them with some essential oils, couldn't you? Citronella and something would also be quite good. Oh, I mean, they actually, funnily enough, I always thought the peonies didn't smell, but close up, there is just a little bit. There's a little hint. Go on. There's another question actually coming in saying, could you grow them in a container if you didn't have a garden?
You could grow them in a container, but the thing is that they will you could have some bulbs in there, so you could put some narcissi, some tulips, make a lasagna, make a lovely layer of narcissi and tulips, then plant your peony in. Make sure it's a hefty container. They hate too much disturbance. They don't like the trauma of wet and dry. So you need to mollycoddle them a bit. But yes, it would work in a decent sized container. And they are a magical flower, but rather strangely, in Victorian language of flower, they symbolize shame, which I think is such a strange thing. Don't you?
I suppose the Victorians were very sort of, quite prudish and puritanical. And actually, when you look at that, I mean, that is just so frothy and exuberant. It's like a kind of folie bergère can-can dancer, isn't it? And you could imagine like a big pair of frilly knickers or something. Yes. Maybe the Victorians, kind of thought that they were a bit too outre for their, polite society.
Yes, I think that they it's almost, I've always said that they're a sort of slightly blousy barmaid.
Yes.
Barbara Cartland, aren't they, really?
Yeah, oh, totally. Absolutely fabulous. And then what have we got coming up in the garden from peonies? What are you florists looking forward to next?
Well, lots of people will have lovely, lovely sweet peas starting very soon.
I have.
Things like cornflowers and nigella. are lovely.
Yeah, really
And then the
pretty.
garden roses, this
Yeah,
heat, everybody thinks roses are delicate things, but actually they thrive on heat. I went out to Kenya years ago to film for a BBC documentary, and the
yeah,
garden roses there are glorious. So I bet your
you're
roses are doing well,
absolutely.
aren't they, Liz?
They are. I mean, I'm just looking outside. I'll take some pics for my Instagram later because I've got a sunny south-facing wall, and I can see I've got about 6 different varieties climbing up the wall, just being blasted with strong sunshine, and they look happy as Larry, I have to say. I'm not sure who Larry was, but he was obviously very happy, and my roses are very happy as well. We want to be happy in the sunshine, don't we?
Well, I think a bunch of flowers makes everybody happy. Now, one or two of people are just asking, it is a bit too late to be sowing sweet peas? But I have been growing sweet peas from seed and I have more flowers than I need. And I think there are lots of people that have a few more seedlings than they want. So it's worth having a look on local Facebook groups, because I think quite a lot of people will have more plants than they need at the moment. So there may
Oh,
be
and
a
they
few
could
going.
share.
Yes. Yeah.
Lovely idea. That's really great. Simon, thank you so much. It's so lovely.
Well,
What does the rest of the day hold for you?
I am off home now, and then I'm going to have a little bit of time in my garden, and then at
Lovely.
3:30 my Friday flower friend is the wonderful Stephen McRae, a principal Royal Ballet dancer
I
from the Royal Opera
love
House.
Stephen McRae.
So he and I will be chatting from 3:30 on my Insta
On
Live.
your Instagram, oh my goodness, that is going in my diary. I saw him dance with my lovely friend Lauren Cuthbertson, the
Yes.
prima ballerina at the Royal Ballet, and just amazing. And I mean, their partnership, I know they often dance together and they're magical. I mean, he's exceptional, isn't he?
They both are exceptional. He came from a background of tap dance to ballet, which is quite an
No.
extraordinary journey. And he's
Oh,
just inspirational. I was lucky enough to do his wedding to another of the Opera House's principal dancers, Elizabeth Harrod,
wow.
and also worked alongside him when they created the Alice in Wonderland ballet. I did the flowers for the gala, and he
Yes,
created the role of the Mad Hatter. He
he
is
did. And that
magic.
and the role of Alice was created for Lauren.
Yes,
So
they
yeah.
just are a powerhouse, the pair of them, aren't they?
Yeah. How wonderful. I shall be with you at 3:30 and I'm sure lots of us here
Great.
will. So thank you.
Good.
Have a
Thank you.
lovely
And what are
rest
you
of
up
your
to,
day.
Liz?
What am I up to? I just recorded a podcast this morning and I'm doing some more podcasting this afternoon. So yeah, so I've got a kind of an audio recording kind of day, which is a bit, I'm looking out at the sunshine, but I'm definitely going to get out there tonight. Might have a barbecue tonight, actually.
Good. Well, enjoy
Yeah.
it. Keep safe, everybody. Take
Thank you. You
care.
too, darling.
See you soon.
Bye-bye now.
Bye.
Bye-bye. Remove Simon. Oh, I so nearly Instagram pressed the wrong button. I so nearly. Now I know why I cut you guys off last time. It was because I went up at the top and I should have gone down to the bottom. How lovely was that? And what a treat. Simon McRae. Oh my goodness. Stephen McRae. He is just, yeah, amazing. So that'll be a great duo to tune into this afternoon. So on to a couple of things now to share with you. We've kind of done lots of frilly girly stuff, haven't we? Didn't you love that about the Victorians and kind of, the blousy barmaid, the peonies, so beautiful. Anyway, now I'm going to go to a little bit of structure, because yesterday I was telling you about the collaboration that we've got with the Governor olive oil, which I remembered from one of the previous issues of Liz Earle Wellbeing magazine, showed you their beautiful bottle of olive oil hand-picked from this family olive grove in Cyprus, which comes in this stunning bottle. Do take a look. I'm sure we'll put links up to it. There's a link on Linktree for Instagram and there'll be a link on Facebook. And I think that's about £39 before your discount. And it's really a lovely, lovely thing, a lovely gift and quite masculine. So I was thinking, actually, for Father's Day, that would be really good. But I've also got this to share with you from our friends at Salcombe Dairy. Now, you may remember the lovely people at Salcombe Dairy. This was at Easter time. Gosh, doesn't Easter seem a long time ago? Wow. It was a time when we couldn't really get anything online. All the deliveries had stopped. It was a real nightmare. And there was a lot of chat about people saying they were going to miss out on their Easter eggs and, what to do and where to buy them. And I was contacted by this little family, bean to bar chocolate dairy down in Salcombe in Devon. and they get the beans and they make all their chocolate bars, and they were making beautiful, beautiful Easter eggs. And I promoted them here on my Instagram TV. I think it might have been before Facebook actually. And anyway, they were flooded with orders, which meant that the entire family, because we were running up to Easter, the entire family, I think they've got 4 children, had to work right the way through the night making these Easter eggs and packing them and getting them off so they didn't miss the last posting date before Easter. And as far as I'm aware, everybody here got them. Lots of chat here on Instagram going on from people who ordered their chocolate. And I since heard back from them. They were so thankful, you know, to have the connection, and everybody enjoyed their chocolates. So yeah, Mary, such good service from Solcombe Dairy. You know, they were talking about that. A few people saying they can't see me. Let me know if you can see me on Instagram. If you can't, if it's gone down for any reason, then I am on Facebook. And Faye actually on Facebook saying it's your favourite ice cream. Gail, you can use the Readly offer. I'm not quite sure why it's saying that, but we did check it earlier. All you need to do is go to Readly and subscribe, and you get your first month free. So they don't charge you for it. And then if you want to cancel it, you cancel. So I think the Readly offer is absolutely there because it's their offer. They're doing it. You can't see me and I'm blurred. I'm sorry. I'm very, very sorry, but the sound is okay. Okay, well, I'm glad about that. I'm not sure why. You know, it's in the future when we are out of all of this, we will be able to get, you know, proper techie people, and it probably won't just be me here on a phone chatting, but there we are. Vanessa, I subscribed to Readly yesterday. Great. I hope you enjoy it. Let me know how you get on. I'd be really interested to hear. Says you have no wrinkles. That primer is definitely working. There you go. Didn't know it worked on the curtains too. Yes, absolutely. I've deliberately turned on my blur filter. Then you can't see. You can't see my lines. That'd be a good one, wouldn't it? No, I promise you I haven't turned it on deliberately. So anyway, this is what I want to share with you because I think this would make a great Father's Day present. This is from Solcombe Dairy. So, whoops, it's their lovely box with the sailing ship. And I have actually opened this already just to check all the bars inside with the rope handle. It's all biodegradable packaging, which is lovely. And then inside you get 10 bars of these amazing chocolate, which are made by this family down in Solcombe. So they get the beans from sustainable sources, and then look, you get that whole stash. Isn't that amazing? And they've given us a discount. So the discount code is Liz Loves. There you go. You get 10% off. Liz Loves. So head to it. And this is, so they've got all sorts of different ones. You know how I'm always talking about the different percentage? So this is Evening Star. This is a darker milk chocolate. This is 50%, which I think would be rather nice. That's kind of bridging the gap between really dark and regular milk chocolate. So that's that one. Oh, this is a great one. This is milk chocolate with caramel and sea salt. Have you ever tried sea salt in your chocolate? Honestly, if you haven't tried salted chocolate, it is the thing. This is good. This is sweeter, milk chocolate with honeycomb. I've had my kids have had that. They really like it. This is a good one. This is Kenyan coffee beans in your chocolate. I've got connections obviously to Kenya, so I'm always very thrilled to see a little Kenyan, and that is 46% cocoa. This was one of my favorites. This is 72%. This is dark chocolate with peppermint. And when I looked at this, this is one of the lowest sugars actually. This is 27 grams of sugar. Whereas most chocolate is normally, well, it can be around like 50 to 60. So that's about half. So that's a lower sugar anyway. This is a good one, dark chocolate with cacao nibs. Again, that's even lower in sugar, 25 grams of sugar. So I think it's also nice. Oh, this is a good one. That's got a great taste award actually stuck on that one. This is chocolate with ginger. Yum, I love chocolate and ginger. Just whiz through these. This is dark chocolate, Peruvian, 85% dark chocolate. Oh, this is fun. White chocolate with raspberry. This would be good. I could give this to Lily. I don't know if you were following her histamine journey, but if you have a big histamine intolerance, then white chocolate is better than dark chocolate. More on that next week. I'm going to be exploring that. Milk chocolate with orange, how delicious. And another darker one here. So there you go, 10 bars. What a lovely treat for your father or for anybody, actually. Maybe for you, if you want to explore. And something else that you might like to explore, which we've also got brand new as a little company that I wanted to focus on, and that was talking about kombucha. You may have heard me talk about kombucha before, which you can make yourself with a SCOBY, which stands for the symbiotic culture of bacteria and yeasts. Lots about that on Liz Earle Wellbeing. You can make your own fermented tea drink. Super easy to do. So I write a lot about it in my Good Gut Guide book. So lots of information about why that is so good to drink, especially at the moment. Actually, I have mine chilled. I serve mine in the evenings. I have it as an aperitif in a wine glass with a lump of ice. So it stops me cracking open the Chardonnay first thing, because I have a couple of glasses of kombucha first, and then I drink less wine. So that's my little thing. So this is a company called Holos, who make really good kombucha. And I wanted to share it with you because they are a really special organisation. They were started by 5 women in London, and they work very much with victims of modern slavery and sex trafficking. And they have a real heart for social justice. They are just lovely, lovely people. And it's a bit like the New Ground Coffee, where they're working to rehabilitate ex-offenders, working in the company, teaching them to roast the beans and all of that I talked about, which we've also got an offer with. So you can find all that on Liz Loves. I won't go over that again. But here they're working with women who've been trafficked or who've been the victims of sexual exploitation. So they're a lovely company to support. If you're thinking about buying some kombucha, why not buy it from a company that is putting some real good back into society? So absolutely, I'm there for you. This is what I would suggest. Okay, so this is a subscription box, and you can either get 12 or 24 bottles. You can sign up for a month's subscription, and you get 15% off at the moment if you use Liz Loves. So, you know, that's for us, for our community. So thank you guys, really, really appreciate that. They've sent these to me, and I haven't tried this one. I wanted to open one up to show you. So I've got here, this is classic kombucha. Then this one is ginger and hibiscus. Doesn't that sound delicious? What's this one over here? This one is citra hops. That sounds interesting. And then the one that particularly caught my eye is this one, basil and mint. Basil and mint. Oh, obviously, here it goes, fizz. So that shows it's the real deal. So I'm going to try this. Oh yeah, look, really lovely and fizzy. Oh, that is good. Really, really refreshing. I'm going to put a ton of ice in that and have that in just a moment with my lunch. Really nice indeed. So hop over their website if I can find it. I know we've got links, but just to give it to you to be easy, this is their little brochure. I think it's just Holos Kombucha. They're on Facebook, they're on Instagram, they're on Twitter. So I think it must be Holos Kombucha. So just use the code Liz Loves, all in capitals, and that will get you 15% off if you take out a subscription to their boxes. And again, you can cancel it anytime. It's like Readly, you know, you can just try it, and then if you don't like it, you can cancel it. But I have a feeling that you will. And it says here, every bottle of Holos Kombucha sold helps our social mission of supporting survivors of human trafficking. So there you go. It says not only are you taking care of your gut, you're also helping to change the world too. Well, can't say fairer than that, can you really? Change the world, that's what we're all here for. So that's about it for today. Lovely to have you with me. Thank you. Lots and lots going on. Please take a look at lizearlewellbeing.com. Just to say, there's a great newsletter going out at 4 o'clock today. But if you've got to be signed up to the subscription, so go to lizearlewellbeing.com or click one of the links here. Just click subscribe and you'll get your free newsletter. Got lots of chocolate recipes, so if you're tempted by that Salcombe Dairy chocolate offer, lots of other things, lots of good stuff, too much to mention. But if you subscribe, look out for it in your inbox. It will be with you at about 4:01 this afternoon. Thank you very much, Amy, for working on that and putting it together. We're just doing the finishing touches to that now, so I hope you enjoy it, and I will see you here back on my farm, all being well, tomorrow at 12:30. So have a lovely, lovely rest of the day. Enjoy the sunshine if you can, and do take very, very good care. Lots of love. Bye-bye.